and record it. All righty. Welcome to Monday Night Live. I almost said Tuesday. It's Monday. So this is our new day, our same time, but our new day. And thank you for all of you for being here. And I know some other people will be popping on. I know Colleen she works on Monday, so we're not going to see her for a little while till she gets her schedule changed. So the inspiration I found is from this. It's Joyce Meyer and something I read almost every night, and about a willing heart. This was from yesterday. When we talk about a willing heart, we're basically talking about want to. Without it, we will never do anything. Want to is a powerful thing. With it, you can lose weight, keep your house clean, save money, get out of debt, or reach any other goal in life you may have set for yourself. You don't really like to face the fact that your victory or defeat has a lot to do with your want to. We like to blame everything on someone or something else, but you need to sit down and take a good old-fashioned inventory of your want to. You need to be honest enough to say, Lord, I didn't win the victory because I really didn't want to. Tonight, ask the Lord to give you plenty of want to. So that applies to many different things. And so that just kind of hit me right. And I thought I would share that. Pat's got on her creating the life of my dreams. So we're going to start with you, Pat. Have you introduced yourself? Share where you're zooming in from and how long you've been building your business and what almost held you back from starting a Mary Kay business. I bet you can remember still.
Hi, I'm Pat Reedy. I'm zooming in from Baldwinsville, New York. I've been building my business now for 31 years. And what almost held me back was me, myself, and I.
Can you explain that for our new consultant? What does that mean?
The me was like, it was more like, I was worried about what people might think or say. That was the me. That was me thinking. And then myself, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have, I have enough courage to go out and talk to people about this. And then I was just like, I can't do this. So.
And look where you are. How long have you been building your business? Say that again. How long?
31 years. 31 plus. Years.
Yep. There you go. Woohoo! Glad you're here, Pat. Thank you. Okay. Mickey Micah.
Good evening, ladies. I am Mickey Micah from Frankfort, New York. I've been building my business now for 35 years. And what almost held me back was time. Time was my concern.
Because why?
Because I was working a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs at the time.
Yes, you were. And look at that.
But as soon, my recruiter, she showed me how I could work it in between everything. And when I found out what I could make per hour, I mean, somebody could tell me, would you shovel Calvin Orr for $50 an hour? Back then, I said, sure will. Just give me the shovel.
Exactly. So you had a big want to.
Big one.
And look at you today. You just figured it out. Okay, Paulette Horan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paulette Horan, zooming in from Gloversville, New York. I'm on Team Mickey.
Yes.
I've been building my business for 5 years. Next month will be 6.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's 6 years ago I was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like
so. I guess maybe one thing that was going to hold me back was being able to speak to others, not knowing how to present anything and not having the information. But you have been helpful since I signed back up for a second time and had a soaring launch party of 17 people in 2 sessions. And
that was a pretty amazing day.
It out of the park. And three consultants signed up.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Glad you are here. And Paulette's going to be sharing a commercial too. Holly. Okay, I'm gonna have you sit down. You're making me dizzy.
Hi, I think I'm unmuted.
You're unmuted. Okay. Okay, where are you
For
gonna
some
sit?
reason I can't hear
girl?
you guys that well.
Did you have a ring light? I thought I saw a ring light.
A
There you
ring
are.
ling?
Okay, you have a light on.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about
I
you.
am really not good at this Zoom stuff.
You're doing fine. You're doing just fine. So tell us about you.
For some reason, I can't get it to turn up.
Oh, you can't hear us?
I can barely hear you.
You're on your phone. So
Yes.
where's your phone volume typically? That on the side?
It's turned up all the way. I am not a Zoom person.
That's okay. Keep your camera on. You were doing good.
I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
don't touch anything.
Okay.
We got you. Don't move.
Tell us about you. How
Uh,
long have you been building your Mary Kay business?
Probably a week.
Your launch party is Thursday, right?
Yes.
Okay. On Zoom, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna figure it out by then.
Well, actually, I think it's actually gonna have to be like whatever we did on last time because I don't think
Okay.
most of us
You're
don't
gonna have
have
to sit down. Where are you gonna sit?
right here.
Okay.
I'm not a person that sits still very long.
Okay, well, this is helpful. Okay, so you'll be able to focus and take notes. You'll be able to do that if you're sitting. Tell us where you're zooming in from, Holly.
Schuylerville, New York.
Okay, and that is where?
Eastern New York.
Okay, how close or far is that from you, Paulette? Paulette's in Gloversville.
It's quite a ways. I know
Okay.
where she is, but isn't it up by you, Mickey? Frankfurt area on 5?
No, you're thinking of Skylar.
Yeah,
Oh,
Schuylerville is near what?
I don't know.
It's like by the Saratoga racetrack and stuff.
Oh, you're way out there.
you're out this way. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least an hour it's an hour for me to get to Saratoga.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. So, and Holly was a referral. And we met on, was it FaceTime? You don't have
Yes,
an,
it was.
you have
Yeah,
an iPhone?
yeah, I do. I have. We did it on FaceTime.
That's
And
what we did.
the reason why, because I don't know how to play with a Zoom thing.
That's okay, but you're gonna figure it out.
Yep.
And you have, sort of. So what almost held you back, Holly?
Me, technically, like finances. Me, myself, I.
You sound like Pat now.
Technically, I don't know. Look at me right now. I'm a nervous nanny.
You're fine. You are just
You're
fine.
normal.
Just be you. And I sent you a packet. We did the virtual facial. I shared a little bit about the marketing. Did I send you a video? I think I sent you a video.
Yeah, you sent me quite a few. Yeah.
You never know. Different days. Not all at once, I hope. And yes, you came as a great start qualified, and you've since ordered some more product I saw.
Yes.
And she placed her first order all by herself. She texted me, she goes, I placed my first order. I'm like, what? Wait a
Good for
minute.
you, Holly.
I don't know.
That's
Did
great.
you do that right? She did it right. I was like, a lot of people do not by themselves, and then they lose out on their free product, and you did not. You did what you Whew, it was all good. So
That was a wing and a prayer, technically.
it was fine. You did great. I'm excited about Thursday, and it's going to be interesting. I just know it. So let's see. What do we got going on? October promotions. And Holly's already earned her purse charm. So we're up to our second month. So there was the pink Cadillac, and now there's the little moon. And did we mail that to you, Holly?
No, not yet. I don't think.
All right. So that's coming your way. And that's what you do with it. It goes on your purse. And so it's basically your bag, wherever you want to put it. And we're just going to add to it every month. Every time you do 300 by the 15th wholesale, you'll get another purse charm. Every month there's a different one. And it's a conversation starter. It just looks cute. And so make sure it's on the outside so people can see it. And they're going to ask about it at some point, and then you can tell them that was the Mary Kay prize. Have they heard of Mary Kay? When was the last time they tried it, or anything like that? Just get a normal conversation going and take it from there. So that's that. 700 or more in October, then you get the earrings. So there's two choices. I have the silver hoops. There's also gold, and then you'll get the star. And so every month there's a different little charm that would go on your hoop. Okay, so this month it is, last month it was the green flower. We had to send some back because some didn't fit on some hoops and blah, blah, blah. It's all gonna be fine. So sometimes you'll get two, you might get two things in the mail at one time all together. Who knows? We're gonna get it all figured out. So that's that. And then there's that graphic I just posted on our masterpiece page. When our unit, so those two things were individual, when our unit together does at least 9,500 wholesale by the 15th, that means it's half Cadillac production. Halfway through the month, we're going to do a $50 drawing. And we did two $50 drawings. We didn't hit that last month, but I hadn't really have it in place yet. So when we do $50 drawing, we had a Carrie Nair was a winner. And then when we hit our, one of our goals, every time there's a goal, there's incremental goals, incremental steps for production. There's another $50 drawing. Karen Smith was the second winner. So real people win these drawings. It's not pretend. I really do it. So that is that. Let's see. Oh, before we do Paulette's commercial, I'm going to share, and also Paulette and Suzanne, she's coming, and Mickey, we're on the E2E. So I'm going to let them think about what they might want to share about the last 4 weeks. It could just be from last week about team building, but maybe a takeaway or something in general, whatever you'd like to share. I would like to get some feedback. But while you're thinking, I'm just going to share that with our PCP enrollment, the winter enrollment, which will be getting to your customers in the middle of November, we ended up with 41.10% of our unit. We exceeded the goal. We had 30 consultants order, so that was super exciting. And that's Marilyn Art, Colleen Barth, Kim Camkin, Betty Carlson, Joanne Seco, Ginger Engel, Polly Forsyth, Joy Hawkins, Paulette Haran, yay, Suzanne Jones, Pat Lidico, Chris McFarland from Team Paulette, Mickey Micah, yay, myself, Bonnie Mayer, Carrie Nair, Michelle Parker, Linda Perry Hitchings, Julie, these names are all crossed off, Julie Peterson, Pat Reedy, yay, Pat, Jessica Reynolds, Melissa Ryan, Dawn Shearer, Rachel Scala, Lexi Scala, Elaine Skibitsky, Karen Smith, Mary Lou Smith, Samantha Stevens, and Darcy White. Oh my gosh, that's 30 people. That was exciting because, and I know Holly, you didn't know enough about it, but I'll let you know when the next mailing is, which will be the first part of 2026. And it's a book our customers get. They get a free sample or two in it, and they're getting us and Mary Kay catalog in the mail. And that's something that really helps build our business. So I don't know if you got information about what products are being discontinued. I just want to share that if you don't know, fragrance-free satin hands hand soap, the hand sanitizer, the clear proof, the Go set, True Original cologne spray, 1, 2, 3, 4 lip glosses, chocolate nude, evening berry, soft nude, copper aura, and that would be because of low sales. So some people may be upset, but not enough. Okay, I couldn't tell you the last time I sold 3 out of 4 of those. That wasn't a sad thing for me. But then the Supreme Hydrating Lipstick, I do like Supreme Hydrating Lipstick. Coral Confetti, Fuchsia Dreams, Very Raspberry, Think of Pink. All right. And all the liquid eyeshadows, the waterproof mascara, the eye sponges. So don't despair. It's, is there more? Oh, then samples, section 2, microdermabrasion samples, all the lip gloss samples, and the samples of those hydrating lipsticks. So yeah, that part kind of makes me sad. But as far as the products that I mentioned, or the colors anyway, what my understanding is, nobody's really said this to me, but just logically thinking after 40 years in Mary Kay, is there, sometimes it is just low sales of products. And sometimes it is they're just paring down the inventory, but still they're going to pick products, generally speaking, either of low sales or they're having difficulty getting ingredients. All right, so even though everything is manufactured in Dallas, Texas, ingredients come from all over the world. All right. And what I believe they will be doing, as they did in this fall holiday book, is limited edition products to fill in where there's not a lot. For example, eyeshadows. So we have those 2 eyeshadow palettes of 8 eyeshadows in each one, right? It's 8. And so limited edition, because then they're going to be bringing in trendy and trending colors and products. And then we don't have to have as big of inventory. I do like to have like one of everything on hand. And then the more popular things, more than one on hand. And that does get to be a lot. So that is helpful to us. And I think that's how you can explain it to customers. It's like, oh, chocolate nude lip gloss. I'm like, I don't know when I sold one of those. Some people like that. It's not a bad color. It just wasn't for my customers, apparently. Say, well, just to say that trendy and trending colors will be out 4 times a year in the book. And so you got to make sure you get that. And you don't have to love the limited edition products because they are trendy. And trendy things come and go. That's why we don't have blue eyeshadow all the time, because that was trendy for a while, a long time ago, not anymore. When it comes back and is trendy, we'll have it, but we'll have it for 3 months. Okay, we're not going to keep it. My guess anyway. So explain it in that type of way to your customers so they don't get all bent out of shape. There really, really isn't anything we can do about it other than have a positive way of explaining it to our customers. Okay. All right. So let's share I'll wait on that, but let's hear Paulette. Paulette is our commercial consultant, and she is sharing about what?
Mary Kay's high intensity sport spray. So let's see. There are top notes, fresh middle notes, and your bottom notes. And I learned this I never knew what those notes meant. So the top notes mean it's the first smell that you smell. Then a few minutes later, you get your middle, and then the one that stays lasting is your bottom. So this one starts out with gin, berry, and icy bergamot. And it says that they're cut with a shot of liquid oxygen accord. The fresh middle notes is cool cardamom, crushed mint leaf, and violet pepper. And the bottom note is wild birch bark and amber. When you go on, if you send your customers, I a lot of times will send the customers to my website, have them teach them how to use the website and how to find information. So I'll go to key ingredients. It tells them what's in the stuff. And then maybe an application. This one doesn't have really an application thing. But in this one particularly, it will tell you about the top, middle, and the bottom notes so they can understand what that means. So yeah, this is a popular one for our men. Anyone can use it of any age, and it retails for $46.
Yes.
I think all the men's colognes smell amazing.
Yeah.
They do, exactly. And so the products I picked to have consultants share this month are in the October special deals. So that would be half price when somebody has a $50 or more purchase. So just make sure that that's understood, because sometimes customers don't understand that. They just see it like, oh, I want this is 50%, this is 50%, this is 50%. So as they become more seasoned customers of ours, they will understand that. And I've even got a couple of customers that will say, okay, what are the special deals of the month, Sherry? And I love that. That means they're on top of it and they're kind of thinking. And so that's good. It's something you can post in your customer group if you want, and the beginning of the month and anytime, the middle of the month, say it's halfway gone through October. What products here do you think you'd like to have for half price with a $50 more purchase? So things like that. And then last call, the last day or two of the month. And it definitely does up your sales. So thank you for that, Paula. And I'm glad you picked that. So we're going to hear from Mickey next week. And Suzanne, one of those weeks. Pat, would you be willing to do 1 week? Are you around the 20th or the 27th? The last 2 Mondays of the month. I'll let you get back to me. Okay, you get back to me. That's fine. All right. So team building. That's what last week was about with in the E2E. But Paulette and Mickey, who are here, were part of it every week. From what I understand, I think you both were on every week or saw the recording. So what would you
Yeah.
like to share about either overall or something specific 1 week? Something that really helped you, either an aha moment or it's like, okay, that makes more sense now, or I'm more confident sharing XYZ, whatever. Paula, I'll have you start.
So again, like the whole reason what held me back from Mary Kay was stepping out of my comfort zone and talking to strangers. This helped me to do that. Just step out of your comfort zone, ask a stranger, and lo and behold, some of them said yes. Most of them said yes. I'm still doing follow up. And the other thing is the tracking. So putting it on paper and seeing a visual and tracking who I talk to and making sure that I follow back up with them, because we just stick it on a piece of paper today and set that aside and lose it. They're gone. You forget about week after week. You're like, oh my God, I never even followed up with them. So it helped me to better track things, and also helping me to, I always blame you, Sherry. My director has challenged
Good.
me,
Yeah,
and it takes the pressure off of me. I feel like they won't point the finger at me. They're going to want to call you, right? They won't.
exactly.
But
I have broad shoulders.
but it helps me to step that much farther out of my comfort zone to be able to approach a stranger.
Yeah, and I did that too as a consultant. My director, Maria, she asked me, and I told her I didn't know if you'd be interested, and she told me to ask you anyway. And I just remember doing that, and I just made it more comfortable for me. So that's certainly fine. Thank you. Mickey.
I mean, everything that we heard, any of us seasoned consultants, we've heard it over and over and over again. But sometimes it depends on who's bringing it across. And a couple of those directors, they really impressed me very much. And it's so true. Pick out people that you want to work with, and don't just go jumping on anybody and say, oh, you'd be great at Mary Kay. Maybe they wouldn't be. Maybe you really wouldn't want to work with that person. And always ask questions. That's how you're going to find out about a person. And I do it all the time, even at the gym. When I first meet somebody, I always ask questions. Simple questions. Where are you from? How many times a week do you come to the gym? Just keep asking questions. The more you find out about them, the more you're going to figure out, is this girl going to be good in like Paulette? When Paulette first came and she said she didn't like paying full price for everything, I said, well, the only way you're going to solve that problem is to get into Mary Kay. And she did.
There you go. There you go. Very good. So basically it's building a connection, Mickey. That's what you're doing with people.
Always.
And that's not jumping on them and saying, hey, do you want to be in Mary Kay? Or hey, I need one more on my team, or whatever. You are making that connection, getting to know them. They know you care about them. And even in real life, I mean, not just Mary Kay, but real life, you want to ask questions to get to know a person. It's a normal
Always.
conversation. It's
Yes.
just being normal and interested and caring.
You got to find a need. If they're in the, remember me, it was money. It didn't matter. When she
Yeah.
told me I could make an extra $100 a week, I jumped on it. I didn't care what I had to do. I knew I was going to do it.
There you go. Yeah, when you do have a need, and Holly said she came in for this to be a side hustle, and so she's going to be asking people, and we've got to
Yeah.
start this Thursday, and we're just going to go from there. Let's see. So, do you know what it costs to get started? Because that's one of the questions people will ask. Holly, you
35.
are newest. What did it cost you to initially get started?
$35.
$35. And that gives you your website that Mary Kay puts all together and updates and everything, and credit card processing. So it does cost, I think, $5 for ProPay, but then you get a $5 credit. So that is great. And then what's the next optional cost as far as being a new consultant within the next 14 days? What can people do? Did you do that yet, Holly? Did you order the starter kit?
Oh, yeah, get started.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's something you're going to want to do pretty soon before your 2 weeks is up, okay?
Okay.
I just ordered one, and just so I would have it, so I can give it to new consultants right away, obviously who are local, and to show, because it's the starter kit bag. You get 4 mirrors and trays, full size of your miracle set, which is for dry to normal skin. So there's 2 cleansers, dry to normal, combination oily, 2 moisturizers, the same thing, and then 1 of each of your day and night solutions, your oil-free eye makeup remover, every shade of the CC cream, which is the tinted moisturizer, your mascara, charcoal mask. I don't know where I got that from, and microdermabrasion. So there's quite a bit of stuff. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Charcoal mask, microdermabrasion, those are fairly new add-ons, which is pretty exciting. And then the flip chart, of course, applicators, wherever they are, your sales tickets, profile cards, that kind of thing. So it does within 15 days. So I just want to make sure that you do that. Go under ordering, and it will say something about Pro Start, and you get, oh gosh, it does say over here, over $400 value. And so when you're doing in-person appointments, that's what you're using. All right, and that's what you're using. We'll go over a set sheet for to close, that kind of thing. So it's a great, great deal for sure. This is what I am recommending you use for your profile cards. A little bit different from what's in that the company has. And you can see that you can hole punch it, put it in your binder. And so just your initial stuff, name, phone number, email, address, birthday, that kind of stuff. Tell me about your face. What kind of skin are you currently using? Skincare are you currently using? One thing you want to improve about your skin, because so this is right here. We don't, there are other questions on that profile card, but this is more specifically all we need to know initially. And that's what I have people fill out in the beginning, before the facial. After the facial, or excuse me, during the facial, like when the charcoal mask is drying, that's where I say, okay, we're gonna do a commercial break and have everybody get out your phone. What's the one makeup product you don't leave the house without on your face? And write it someplace on this paper. So we're thinking mascara, lipstick, lip gloss, whatever it is. Say, well, oh, here's Suzanne. I was kind of watching for. Okay. Say, when you give me 14 names and numbers, you get that for free. If for some reason you only come up with 7, then you get it for half price. And then you'll be quiet. And people who are motivated, who have that want to, who have that need, they want a free whatever. So you're saying it's a makeup product. It's not a moisturizer. It's not a cleanser. It's a makeup product. And people will write down 7 to 14 names if you just are quiet. Don't keep chattering. If in person, go in the kitchen, eat a banana, do something, straighten up the table, whatever it may be, and let them, give them a not forever to do it because you do want to keep moving. But that will give you the referrals. That's how I got Holly's name. Sandy did that. And her daughter too, and Nate, her husband, Nate is uh, Holly's son. So they were all there. And so they all kept giving, putting names down here. So it's kind of fun. I just had to be quiet and let them work. So that part is what you do. And then at what point, maybe after the skincare, before you do the dash out the door, which is mascara and lip gloss, that's where we turn this over. Don't be a chicken. Don't just pretend it's not there. This first part, if you're finding time is of an essence, you can, this would be the part that I would skip. That part there is where you're finding out it's happy face, sad face. Did you like the foundation primers? You're going through everything. You may not have done everything. So the point of that is if they do not get, say, the foundation primer, but they had a happy face by it, they liked it, then you can check in with them later and say, oh, I see that you like the foundation primer, but you didn't get it at your first appointment or last week, whatever. Do you want to add that to your order now? So that can be how that can work. But say Mary Kay wanted me to, just like Paulette's saying, my director wanted me to, Mary Kay, while she was still here, she wanted us to share information about how Mary Kay business works. So give me 5 minutes. I just want to go through this and get your feedback, get your opinion. And there's different ways that we market the products, not market the products. That's how we make money. But the marketing plan of the company is people come in to make money or save money. Recognition, a lot of companies, a lot of jobs, you don't get that recognition and appreciation. You just go through it really quickly and try to come up with something that's a little personal. This has been a self-confidence course I've gotten paid for over the 40 years. I was comfortable with little kids in a classroom, not adult women. Flexibility. I like that I can work this around other things going on in my life. Just each thing, advantages, that's no quotas. Nobody's telling you what you have to sell every day or every week. Nobody is telling you, nobody's your boss. And then also, so that's what no quotas mean, because some companies you do have to sell a certain amount. Or telemarketing, you have to make so many calls, you have to reach out to so many people. I know Paulette, she's got some type of quota with reach outs or something, right? Something that you say you have to do so many of. We're not going to go into what your company name is, so I'm not going to share that. But no territories is any place in the United States can be a customer or can be or a consultant. Some companies give you a little neighborhood. You want to do more, they give you another little neighborhood. Mary Kay does not do that. So of these, if you're ever in 100 years thinking about being a Mary Kay consultant, what would appeal to you the most? Just circle the top one or two. And then this is how we make our money. We sell the products, and then there's a residual income from that because it goes down the drain. People need more. That's where your reorder business comes in. You don't have to find a new person every time you want a sale. Team building, that means you're sharing the opportunity. Mary Kay wanted us to pass it on. You will never find online in LinkedIn or other job sites wanted Mary Kay consultant. That's going to come from people we know or referrals of people we know. And so that team building or that recruiting, you can say, I'm a professional recruiter. I am looking for other Mary Kay consultants, but it's got to be somebody that I know or get to know, and it can be referral from you. But we are not a pyramid company. We're not multi-level. Those are where people in the bottom are working twice as hard and making half as much. We are a dual marketing company. Everybody buys wholesale, sells retail, same price. And the way we get ahead is pull people up the ladder to get ahead with us. We pull people up to be successful. I want people to be successful. That helps me be successful. We all are working together. We're not stepping on each other to become successful. Isn't that a nice way to run a business? And people will agree. And then if you think that if you like being a leadership, training coach kind of position, then leadership would be something you may want to look into. And that's where you can earn a free car. Right now it is a Chevy Trax, it's a Chevy Equinox, and the fluffy pink Cadillac. So if that's of interest, let me know. So of these ways that we make money, circle the top 1 or 2 that would appeal to you. If ever in 100 years you would think about being a Mary Kay consultant, let them circle, and then see that blank where it says, what does it take to get started? I'm going to have you write that down, $35. So this interactive, it's not just me throwing out Mary Kay. So you see, I'm keeping it really short because I want to go through this quickly. It's a little layer. It's not the whole thing. That's going to be more one-on-one conversation with people who you would like to get more information to them. Okay, $35 and say, this just tells me a little bit about your personality. Of the 4 types, what would be your top 1 that you say is you, and what's the second one most like you? Be your own boss, freedom, choices, fast success. That's 1. Fun, prizes, recognition, family, team, security, low risk, high control. So you wait, you let them put down a 1 and a 2, and then say, okay, now this is it. See, there's 1 through 10, but there's no 5. See that little chicken there? This is, right now, how would you rate your interest in being a Mary Kay consultant? 1 being, if I was hungry and living under a bridge, Sherry, I still wouldn't do it. And 10 being, oh my gosh, how do I get started right now? And 5, you can't say 5. That's a chicken answer. That just confuses me. That's what I do. I don't know how long that took, but that's what you do. You want to throw in a little humor there. That's your personality or whatever. And then you go on, say, thank you. I appreciate you helping me out, sharing this. So don't you be a chicken and not share it. That's why it's right here. That's why I like this paper, because it's not on the profile card that we get from the company. But if you don't share it, you're not going to grow your team. This is really part 1 of how you grow your team. And then individually, you're going to say, so anybody that has 6 or more, you're going to let me know about them. All right. It doesn't mean only those people may have some interest, but because there could be some 4s that really didn't know, should I say 4? Should I say 6? And it could be, what would it take to get you from a 6 to a 10? Maybe it's just, I have to go home and think about it and I'll know by tomorrow. Maybe you want to layer them with a video. So I've got a new video on our website. So there's different things, and you can ask me what would be a good thing to give the person next. And this about their personality, that also is helpful, because the be your boss, freedom, choices, fast success, that's the people, the women who make a quick decision. They don't need a lot of layers. They don't need a lot of videos. They don't need a lot of time. If they want to make money and you're telling them that they can, and you give an example or ask them how much they're looking to make or whatever, and it may not be right there at that facial. That can be, can we have a conversation tomorrow? And I can answer your questions or tell you a little more. I would like to give you a little more details. This was just a broad general overview. Fun, prizes, recognition. That's a personality. She usually talks a lot. She's kind of, could be the life of the party. She's fun. People are drawn to her. That person you want to tell about. Going to seminar, going to career conferences, going to the meetings, having pom-poms at our meetings, things like that. She would be all over stuff like that. It's fun. Family, team, security. That's more family-oriented person. That is generally the bigger population of those 4 categories. More people are of that family, security-minded. And they want to know that their family is still going to be taken care of. They're still going to be home for dinner or to make dinner or to do, go to the games with them on the weekends or whatever. They're not going to miss that. And then low risk, high control. Yes, that's the personality that likes a lot of detail, has more questions, may want to ask about taxes later or something. And then those are the people you want to layer with more information. But again, it's not going to necessarily be right at that party if there's other people. If it's a one-on-one appointment, sure, you've got her there, talk to her, answer her questions, see if you can, what would it take to move her from a 6 to a 10 or whatever. What kinds of questions do you have about what I just did?
Oh, Where's that form? Is it under in boards?
Yes, it's under team, I think under team build, party to the top, because it's considered a whole
Yes, it's in there.
thing. Yeah. So I don't think it's under team building, but.
Because I
party-
just printed it the other day. So I believe it was under party to the
Yay,
top.
okay, yeah, I know it's party to top. Sometimes we have them in more than one spot, but they're for sure. And it makes me do it because I found I was not doing stuff like this. I was just skipping it. So in the beginning, you're going to share your I story. And I think that was something that was requested of us for points during E2E. So Paula, can you share yours? I had everyone listen. I think it was last week, but I would love to have you share it. If anybody else also did that and would like to share it tonight, that would be great while we're still here. But Paula, I'll have you start.
Just two, let me just grab it.
Did anyone else do it? Who would like to share theirs? The idea is to keep it short, but tell a little bit about yourself. And it is helpful because if people don't know you, it does help them learn about you.
I think it's in my book, not in my phone. Give me a second.
Sure, sure. I'm sorry. I know I didn't ask you that. So there's this graphic is in my phone somewhere in pictures, and I've saved it. So I'll send that to you because I think everybody should have this in their phone, something where they can grab it when people are asking questions.
Okay, so it's in my binder.
Oh, good. Your flip chart binder.
My flip chart. So not only of all the cards, once you get seasoned and I don't use these anymore, I keep this as a binder with all of my
Oh, gotcha.
nooks and crannies. So it says, hi, my name is Paulette Horan, and I am an independent Mary Kay beauty consultant here in Gloversville, New York. I have been building my business for over 5 years now. I have been using Mary Kay for over 20 years. I signed up to be a smart shopper. I wanted a discount on the products I was already using. I almost didn't sign up because I didn't want to do parties. My director and our entire team helps us to feel confident enough to accomplish this goal. I am a full-time nurse and mother and a hairdresser. It's my nature to nurture, to make people feel good about themselves. And so sprinkling a little bit of Mary Kay is a way I can achieve all of these goals. I love the products. I love the freedom and the flexibility to work this into my busy schedule. And I want to share it with everyone who has a face to empower them and make them feel good about themselves. Being a consultant allows me to personally grow in my business, from feeling confident to adding team members and becoming a leader. Our Mary Kay team was the first to earn the Pink Cadillac in upstate New York. The best part about being a consultant is you are never on your own. We all support one another. Let's get this party started. Watch what I do. And if you're thinking about being a consultant, we can chat more at the close of the party.
There you go. And then what I would ask, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That was great. It really was. And there's a lot of general information in there that anybody could grab and use too, and then just personalize it a little bit to your own life. What was I just going to say? I just lost my thought about something. Oh, you love it when that happens. Okay, the layering chart. This was the Heidi Galzer one. Ours is a little different. That is in on our website too, which is mksherrymasterpieces.com. And so that our website is the same as boards, which is a virtual filing cabinet. So it's under the filing cabinet folder of team building, and it will say layering chart or something. And one thing that they mentioned last week was don't throw these out. Don't throw these out. And sometimes I get sick of looking at some names, and I do. And I'm like, guess I should have kept that. So, so don't necessarily think everybody who says no is a no forever, because that is so not true. How many times did I ask you, Suzanne, or that you came to an event, a virtual event? 5 or 6? I don't know if you're still here.
Sorry, I thought I was unmuted.
Oh, okay.
Probably 3 times you asked, and then I went to quite a few events.
Yes. And so things change, and they say people's lives change in 3 to 6 months or whatever. So don't discount that. And I like that they said too that, who was it? Trisha Bless said it's my policy to ask. How did she say that? My policy, I put that in my phone somewhere too, to ask the people that I work with, or to share a video, something like that. I think I even put it. Okay. It's my policy to share a little bit more about the company whose products we're trying at the appointment. Here's a video. So she sends this before, and that could be the community of confidence video. It could be my video. Mine is 7 minutes or 7.5 minutes. I probably should have made it shorter, but I'll try again another time. But right now it's okay. And it's giving, I did not say how much it costs to get started. So I want to leave some things out so you have something to talk about, like what wasn't covered. Do you think that you would like to know? And they should want to know what does it take to get started? Because sometimes there's deals, and so I didn't want to put in a number and then it changes and whatever. But say, do you know what it takes to get started? If they're like, I don't know, I don't have any questions, say, well, what does it take to get started? And they're not going to know that. So that's when you say, oh, this is what it is. Isn't that amazing? So that's a layer. And that's what you would put down here. Was she a hostess? Is she on the products? Things like that. What else? Okay, so our E2E people, we have like a live at 7:30. So we're gonna end in a little bit. But I did want to mention who already has qualified for some of our promotions. The 300 by the 15th, Elaine, Suzanne, Holly, and Polly Forsyth. So they're already up on our cover of our Facebook group. And then we don't have any 700s yet, but I know that's gonna be coming. And
Sherry, I'm
yes.
past 700.
Oh, you are. You are. Yes, Suzanne has over 1,200 in. What the heck is wrong with me? Yes, you do. And I knew that. So she's already qualified for these earrings. You can't even feel them that they're on. Oh, and so Holly's real close. Your number is 666, girl. You got to get past that. I do not like that
I know.
number.
I know.
I saw that. I'm like, wow. So we know after Thursday, you're going to have more sales. So you're going to hit 700 pretty darn easily, Holly. So I'm not worried about that. I just thought it was interesting. And Mickey had $100 day the other day. And so our second place with over, because we recognize consultants with over $300 in sales. But thank you for those who sent in their summaries. Paulette, Suzanne, Mickey, and Pat. Everybody. Oh my gosh, good. So that's something that once Holly starts having sales, I'll make sure that you know how to submit that. So you are recognized too. And so number 2, with $364 a week, Mickey Micah. Yay, girl. Congratulations. And number 1, with $1,587 in sales, Suzanne Jones. Oh my goodness. So congratulations. And how many faces did you do?
Oh boy.
I can't remember now.
What was it? Hold on.
17?
Look.
I don't know. But my goal is 30 faces every month. I did
18.
that last month. 18. Very
18.
good. 18 in 1 week. And tell me, how did you do that?
So minus the 4 people at the party I was at Saturday, the rest were Fab 5 and 5s.
Right. So you can keep those short, and then a party of 4. So that can add up fast. This is week 3 for our quarter. $450 wholesale is clean on target. Remember, Star Consultant is $1,800 and a quarter. Started September 16th. Go to December 15th. Holly, you're already over 1/3 of the way there. So you have until December 15th to be a Star Consultant, which is at least $1,800 wholesale, and then you'll get points for prizes. So there's so much you don't know yet, other than you're going to earn a prize. Isn't that pretty cool? So prizes are fun. That's part of that, prizes and recognition. I didn't get prizes as a teacher. I don't know how many of you do get prizes in your JOB or your former JOBs, but not quite so often. Anything that I didn't cover that I wanted to cover before we go? See what, and Fab 5 and 5 are, okay, so, but you know, we've talked about holiday baby, or they do. So why not a Halloween baby? I got this is Walmart. All right, so there goes the book. But you can put the fall products in here, carry it around, or take it to your parties or your appointments. This is why, my Fab 5 and 5 is in here. But that's intriguing. People are going to wonder what it is. So you will sell these fall holiday products when you show them. Just having the book and not talking about them and keeping it a secret, you won't. And they're going to say, oh, they didn't sell. Not necessarily you people, but some other people may say that. And so show them, take them everywhere. And your Fab 5 and 5s, you're just basically going through the book. Okay, the front cover, that's a new retinol. So read up on it first, of course. The more you can try yourself first is better, but of course, and if they got the PCP book, there's the 2 samples. And so make sure they see that, they try that, talk about the retinol, and just keep going through the pages, what's regular line and what's limited edition. And just keep talking, have some type of deal. It could be 5 for 1% off, for 5% off for 1 product, 10% off for 2 products, 15% off for 3 products, or whatever. It could be your own deal. But something is a little incentive for people to do that with you. And you can really be moving and do a number of them in one day if you want. If you're doing it FaceTime or Zoom or whatever. So you can do a Zoom, I think 45 minutes, and it'd be free. You don't have to pay for it. But these will sell out. All right. They always do. So you then would have to buy, if you're promoting it, you're going to have to buy socks. So don't do that. Get the socks free when you order the Mint Bliss Foot and Energizing Lotion. I don't know when it's going to sell out. Nobody's told me anything, but generally that's what's happened over the years is in October, I think that generally does sell out at some
Usually
point.
like mid-October.
I
Last year it
know.
did.
I know. Anything else you want to share, Suzanne, about your week or anything?
I just know with the Fab 5 and 5s, I mean, if you build a customer base, but it's so nice to actually, it never lasts 5 minutes unless I know they really need to, because we just sit there and chat, because a lot of these people are friends or they become friends, and I haven't had as much chance to talk with them over time. So we're catching up, and then it's like, oh, by the way, let's show the products. So,
Right, and there's that connection. You're
mhm,
building that, you're not just a salesperson. You
mhm.
build that connection and they like you, trust you, buy from you. It all is all rolled up into one.
Mhm.
All
In
right?
fact, I was late because of a 5 and 5. So
Yes, we're not going to do that on a regular basis, though.
no, 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 but that's when she could do it. So
So, that's why I got Pat or Mickey or Paula. Anything you want to share about your weeks, what worked for you, or anything like that? But keep getting these referrals. That is so important. I am working on referrals and worked on them today from an August party that just had not gotten to. And I just sat there and copied and pasted and copied and pasted. And so I've got a couple appointments. I've got some people to get back to. And even if you mess up sending a text, like I sent a whole group of people a text, like it was text number 2. And then they're getting like, I didn't get a text from you, Sherry. I should have sent like text number 1. I'm like, oh. And so I just said, okay, Carla, let's start this again. And I gave the emoji face of like the face plant and just started with text number 1. And some people laughed and I said, thanks for giving me grace. And I booked somebody and and you get no's with the yeses and some people don't respond, but they know that I'm real. I'm not perfect. And you just keep going. You just keep going. It's okay. And the more you ask, the more yeses you'll get. And they're sprinkled in with a nose, and it's okay. So thank you, Holly. This is your first meeting. Don't be overwhelmed. Keep coming back. It's gonna make more sense next time than it did this time. All right. And we'll talk soon. And thank you all for being here. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Good night, ladies.
Night.
Yeah.